Let's talk about the grayscale. So the grayscale, you can actually do it with black, you can do it with burnt sienna, you can do probably with sky blue because it's quite a dark color. You could also probably do with darker red, but I feel for me would be my choice, my preference will be black, burnt sienna or blue, and you can even mix them. So I'm going to start with the black, and it's the pure color. I'm just dipping my brush inside the well, and I'm just going to do the first color. So it's just going to be completely black. So nothing complicated here. And it's more pigment and less water, but it's not like a cream style consistency. It's still like I can still move it. I'm going to do number 4. So I'm just added tiny bit of water just to show you the difference as soon as you add water. Variation. If you're not as confident as I am, I would recommend that you do your mix of color on a palette and actually swatch them. But because I've been painting for a long time, I can see straight away in my palette the juice changing, so I know that it's gonna be lighter. So see, another light color. So each time I add more water to create this grayscale. 3. Okay, I'm gonna add more water, mix my pigment, mix with my pigment. And it's like a recipe. You just start mixing and then you actually see, oh, that's dark, lighter. So some people prefer to go light to dark, but I feel that since I already have the dark pigment, I find it much easier for me to go from dark, adding more water, and to do the variation. Okay, for the last one, I am actually going to add a lot of water. Really like a lot. It's just going to be really like a tea consistency here, and I might just want to make sure that it's light enough. Yeah, it needs to be quite light. This grayscale is actually quite a fun tool to have, and I'm using it also when I paint with acrylic or if I paint with gouache. I'm just removing the extra pigment that's left there. So I'm using it as well because as well with other medium like gouache, acrylic, because whenever I paint I want to see different contrasts. So you're gonna have a light color, mid-tone and dark tone, and you can also use those one there. You're probably gonna wonder, why am I doing that? Because I'm not painting actually with black. But if you put, like, for example, oops, I already have some paint here. If you put one of the color swatches that we just did, you can see actually straight away where those colors here are sitting compared to the grayscale. So you can see that sky blue and red actually goes into number 5. Phthalo blue and red, maybe I didn't put enough pigment, but it will go probably towards a 4. Look, orange is probably a 3 or 4. Magenta is definitely a 4. A lemon, yellow and sky blue, it's still between a 4 and a 5. So you can see the difference variation, and depending on the color you can see. So phthalo blue, even if it's lighter, so I would do magenta, lemon yellow here, and even the red, because there's lots of light, lots of water. It's actually probably number 1 and 2. And those guys, violet blue and sky blue, and between a 2 and a 3. So see, just looking at that, you can see there's a different value in your composition just by actually placing it next to a grayscale. Have fun, mix them straight away if you want. You can do like wells where you actually add the color and then have fun with it. And if you want to do another one, you could do a burnt sienna, for example, or you can do a sky blue just to try to find which one is working. But grayscale normally it's with black, but I know some people sometimes they don't have black because they use two pigments like burnt sienna and sky blue to create a more aesthetic black, more personalized black. But if you have black, you can actually do this exercise here. Have fun!